Good morning. It's a new week. It's Sunday. I am editing this morning's vlog already, or last week's vlog already. But we're gonna do curbside Home Depot for shit I don't know why. I don't know what we're getting. But we don't leave the house, so this is fun for us. We have gloves. He already had N95 masks for like, he does like a ton of stuff around the house. So we didn't take them from, you know, medical professionals. I just want to feel like I need to put that out there. But yeah, so had a very productive morning. What are we getting?
Stuff from Home Depot.
But you like, you know what?
Like, you want me to tell you all the orders? There's like,
oh no.
There's like 3 orders. There's.
But don't tell me specifically. What are we getting them for?
Oh, just random shit I've been working on.
Oh, okay. Do you have enough hand sanitizer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you like some hand sanitizer?
No, I was just making sure.
Would you like me to rub you down with some hand sanitizer?
I feel like it would burn.
Oh yeah. Give me that. What do you think, Allied? You like that smell? No.
Alright, today we're gonna get shit done. Let's go. It's still Sunday and I put makeup on and I washed my hair. Which is why I pulled the camera out, because I wanted to document it, because maybe the only time this week I do it. I put makeup on because we're gonna go pick up dinner, and that's really the only excuse I need to get some makeup on. Plus I like wash my hair, and there's something about like washing my hair, and I trim my bangs. And I did my eyebrows, which I can't tell you the last time I did my eyebrows. Like, I totally reshaped them. I made them so much smaller. They're so much thinner than they were. It's crazy. They're the thinnest they've been in years. But I was like noticing that my eyebrows were getting like bigger and bigger and bigger. And I just was like, they didn't look right anymore. So I took the plunge and I just kind of kept going. And I actually kind of like them. But I trimmed my bangs just a little bit. Not enough to get me in trouble. Just enough to keep me from, you know, not having bangs anymore. And put on not a lot of makeup, not like I did the other day when I just like put on all of my makeup to make dinner. I looked like insane. I just put on like stuff to make me look alive, because dude, I've done this for like literally, I think I'm hitting 17 years in like a month or two, and when you are just falling apart like this, it just psychologically doesn't help anything. So take the opportunity, put a little glam on. I have like freaking one nail. I have falsies on because at least that came. And yeah, we're gonna go pick up Mexican food, which I'm so excited about. I always get enchiladas. Enchiladas is like one of my absolute favorite. See, here's the thing. One of my absolute favorites. Mexican food I'm obsessed with. I love it. It's like one of my absolute favorite, maybe my actual favorite. But it's a food that it's a type of cuisine, I shouldn't say it's food. It's a cuisine that I just like, really don't have much of an interest in making myself. Cause I was talking a lot about like kind of developing my palate and like playing with spices. Not like developing my palate, that's not even true. But like playing with spices and just like digging deeper in cooking. And I really like to make Asian and Italian cuisines. It's pretty well documented. And then like healthier pescatarian stuff, right? But like I really not ever in the mood to make enchiladas or to make queso or to make, I guess that's Tex-Mex, but you get my drift, right? Like, it's just not a thing that I'm ever like really hankering to do. I'll make a Mexican soup, but I'm not making enchiladas. So anyway, so tonight we're picking up enchiladas for me, and he's getting fajitas. And queso, and a big old thing, a margarita mix, and they sell you the whole thing, they just can't put it together. It's against the law for them to put the whole thing together. They can sell you the components and you do it yourself. Fine with us. So yeah, so I'm very excited about this, which is the reason why I put makeup on. I worked out. It didn't work out for, I PR'd. I did a 45-minute like sweat steady class. I had never taken one of those before. I didn't like it, and I know exactly why. I like Jess King, and I like the format of the class. It's the playlist. I really don't want to listen to that music. So, like the only part of it that I was okay with was Bohemian Rhapsody. So yeah. Now I know. I mean, I already knew that, but I thought I would like give it a go, and so it was just pure sheer will that got me through that, and I was like so ready to X out of it. But I was like, no, I've never quit a class before. I'm not gonna do it now. So I powered through. I PR'd, which is like kind of the point of those types of classes, but I didn't know if I was gonna do it or not because it was that painful. But she has like really good classes, and she's like great ass kicker. So I like that. And so my logic was, if I can only work out for 45 minutes, I need to make it count, and I did. So all in all, good day. So let's go get enchiladas. Look what arrived early. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I started reading it last night. I just showed up yesterday. I'm on page 16. Very excited. Already adding stuff to the grocery list.
You can use this.
In case you want to know how my Wednesday is going.
You can use this
We're
because
here.
I don't use them all. What's in there?
What's in what? It's a camera.
No, what's in there?
With this?
Yeah.
Wine.
Oh, I can't see it in real life, but when I look at the camera, I can see it.
It's an assist. Ooh. Yeah, so, this is how my Wednesday's
I'm
going.
gonna drink from this tonight.
This is super. Do you drink from your water bottle?
Should I put
Go for
this
it.
in the trash? Can I have some ice?
Yeah, probably. So I just highly recommend this machine. This is the first week since we announced we're not going back to school this year that we've done homeschooling. And I say this with all the respect in the world. Teachers, you should be millionaires. This is insane. This is Wednesday. I haven't even had any water yet. I went straight from coffee to wine. It's Wednesday. I'm 60% done. Help us all. Hello. I'm so sorry. You are located where you are located. I need to clean my room. I've said this for like all of 2020, but you know, there's a global pandemic happening and I have to homeschool, and I 100% did not go to school for teaching elementary school. I went to school for actually teaching high school, which I don't do. Okay, so I realized that I haven't actually vlogged like hardly at all. I'm trying to find a lid to my deodorant. I flung it and I don't know where I flung it to. Shit. Okay, anyway. Alright, so I haven't vlogged much this week because it has been the week where my personal well-being basically went to shit. So I live in Texas, if you don't know that, and this is the first week since they announced that we aren't oh, God, and I just slammed my knee on a door and like popped skin. It's going, everything is fine. Everything is fine. Okay, so this is the first week since they announced kids are not going back to school this school year. So the workload went from like a couple hours a day to the entire day. So I basically pushed all my deadlines around. Anyway, so that's all I've done this week. I have basically homeschooled for like 6 to 7 hours a day. And then I would get on the Peloton to save my brain because like it's so mentally frying. You're just ping-ponging between two grades the whole time, right? And like emotional meltdowns and all that kind of, it's just really hard. And then like on top of that, you're like trying to figure out how to submit this and what's the criteria to be graded, and like nothing's clear. And that's not the teacher's fault. They weren't prepared for this either, right? So like we're all in this together. No finger pointing. I was noticing that I would be at like a 10. And then I get on the bike and it would bring me down to like a 7.5. I just exhaust myself. And then I would like, okay, I need to be a functional human with like a personality and a sense of humor again, because you're just stressed out, right? So this week has been brutal. But I ordered some shit and it showed up. So I figured since I didn't like vlog a lot, I could show you this because, you know, why not? I only ordered one thing that is a repeat, which is the Sisley powder, the loose face powder. This stuff is stupid expensive, but it's real good. I have the Charlotte Tilbury magic powder. Thing's like 40 bucks. I've had it, and I can't tell you how many of them I've actually had, but I can tell you how quickly I burn through it, and it does not last all day on me, regardless of the season, anything. So I bought the Sisley powder back when my dad had a stroke. When I had that like 18 hours in Dallas, I got this, and it wound up lasting me for like a while, like twice as long as that Charlotte powder did, and it looks better. So I was like, well shit, I don't really care how expensive it is, it works. Because that Charlotte powder, to me, I'm just like, it's not even that specific Charlotte powder. This has ruined me on every like face powder. This face powder is actually really worth it. I mean, I think it's still stupid expensive, but it is the best. So I am gonna, especially the best that I've ever used. So I am gonna pay for it. The other reason I like it is because it comes with a friggin' puff. And you would, you know, it's like, why is this hard? Why is it so hard to include a damn puff? Like, why is this challenging for everybody else? So yeah, I got this again because I literally kept this one for the puff. You know, crazy. Anyway, so this is the only thing I repurchased. I'm losing eyelashes. If you haven't noticed, I'm like, everything's gone to shit. I got the Clé de Peau. I caved and got the Clé de Peau concealer in Ivory. I have no idea if this is my color or not. I did my best to research, but like they changed the formula, so then all the swatches are, oh, this is perfect. Okay, never mind, we're fine. They changed the formula so all the swatches are wrong. So I just was like, you know what, I'll try it, and if I can't, if it doesn't work out, I'll just return it with that giant ass sports bra when I can leave the house again, and we'll go from there. But this should be fine, and I'm actually super excited about this. Okay, and then I also bought 4 things, and they're like so luxe, but I love it. I got the Dior Addict Lip Glow. When I used to work in Sephora's as like a rep, I loved this stuff because it's just so pretty and easy to understand. But I wanted like a tinted lip balm for the daytime because it's not really that tinted. Because it's a color reviver balm, so I think it kind of warps on you. Yeah, it does, because I've already got some tint happening. There you go, see? There we go. But I wanted something for the daytime, right, when I don't put makeup on, just like something. And so I just caved and bought this. I also want the raspberry matte one, but I couldn't find it on Nordstrom. And I'm really pissed at Sephora. So I just went to Nordstrom to get this. .com, not like physically left my house. I just wanted like something with a tint. I have like you guys know, y'all know that I cannot believe I destroyed my name. Y'all know that I love the Amore Pacific lip balm. That's like my favorite lip balm, but I wanted something with some color in it. I'm a very blonde person and I need color and dimension and, you know, depth of field for my face. And then lastly, I got the Christian Louboutin brow pencil in blonde. I bought this because that MAC one I bought around the holidays, like it's fine. And I redid my eyebrows. That's like one of the things I did this week is I just said screw it and I like totally trimmed and shaped and tweezed. I haven't actually done my eyebrows in I can't even tell you how long. Like it's been well over a year. So they're like the thinnest they've been in a very long time, but they look, I mean, you can't tell right now because I'm blonde as shit and they're like clear, but they look really good. So I was a little nervous, but I just kept at it and I'm pretty proud of myself. And I'm one of those people that like, I'm so blonde that like, I don't really care about my eyebrows because you can't see them. But I was like, you know, I needed to do something for me, like that I needed to be able to control something. I was having like one of those moments. So I did my eyebrows. Anyway, so I bought this because, you know, why not? I can't put my shoes on. It's not going anywhere. So I bought this. And hopefully I like it. We shall see. I am going to play with it right now. I ordered stilettos and they haven't come in yet. But like, look how nice this is. It's just like a little bit of like my former life. Pre-pandemic. BR, before Rona. All right, so, okay, let's put some makeup on. I want to try out my concealer. in case you want to know, I bought the shade Ivory in this, and I'm a pretty neutral blonde. Blondes a lot of the times get diagnosed as pink. We're not, most of us are not. Anyway, so I'm neutral as shit. And I just wanted, oh, I still have some of that Givenchy stuff on this. I'm gonna go wash my hands really quick. Okay, wash my hands. Now let's blend. Everything I had heard forever was a little bit goes a long way, and you don't need foundation. And I know they all shit talk this formula because the SPF edition. I kind of like that they added it. I think they're pissed because it makes it a little drier. But for me, that's fine. Wow. Okay, so out the gate, I already really like it. This is like, I mean, like everybody said the same thing, right? This thing's been around forever. They all say you don't even need foundation. Just slap it on and go. I'm intentionally using my fingers the first time because I want to see how it does with fingers. I like it. It's also Saturday, and I just like, you know, you're having one of those days where you just really don't want to put any more effort than you have to put into yourself. So, use up what's left of my Sisley powder before I move on to my other one. You know what, it's so funny because I was like, God, I didn't know how much I thought the first time I bought it because I was in such a, I mean, like, you could have sold me a car that day. Like, I just was not paying any attention. But it was one of those times where, like, I'm kind of glad because if I were more present-minded, I wouldn't have bought it because I just, you know, nobody explained the price to me. And I love it. This stuff is amazing. I also think the woman who sold it to me just didn't know how to speak to it. And I just didn't care at that time. So, yeah. But this stuff, if you're like exhausted with powders or you feel like you're burning through them, you're reapplying them like 3 times a day, they get patchy, they're not matte enough, they're too chalky, they're whatever, right? Like this is great because it's matte, but it also has a color to it. Not enough to like be coverage, just enough to do some like perfecting and neutralizing. So, you know, that's nice. And it stays. Like the shit stays. And that is where I really think you pay for it. Like the packaging, the ease of it, I'm sure that probably has something to do with it. But also it just actually stays for more than 30 minutes. And you don't have to bake with it. She's in the bedroom with me. So, yeah, I'm all for it. And because you're not baking, it lasts longer. So, I mean, I think it's, I don't know if it's the cost of 2 of those Charlotte Tilbury's in terms of time. I'm going to track that hard. But it's definitely in terms of my frustration and time, you know, spent with it. I'm fine with it. This is my Rona makeup. When I actually put makeup on, this is what I do. This is the Givenchy Prise Mon Visage like bronzer powder. It's the Silky Face Powder Quartet. I don't know what the color is, but it's the one that's got all the little like peachy bronze shades in it. I don't use this. I use my bronzer brush. I really am only using this because it's like less makeup-y looking, you know, it's more just like a healthy dimension. And it's super easy, just slap it on. You can put it in your crease for some color if you want some like extra effort, like a 10-second step, you know, great. But yeah, and I am putting this makeup on because A, I want to, and that's enough. And B, because I can only stand looking like a trash cat for so many days in a row before getting a little crazy. like starting to like, you know. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this shimmer powder from Givenchy. It's shimmery gold. It's the Tonka Tear shimmer powder. I'm just gonna put that in my inner corner, so I have some dimension, and it's also just super fast. Let's see, that's it. This is not actually a tutorial. Me trying to give somewhat of a shit today. You know, like the smallest of fucks. Okay, let's try out my new brow pencil. See if it's worth the Louboutin price tag. Ooh. I do like that. I wonder if it's because it has to protect the formula. Like, I like the formula because it brushes out like really naturally, but I don't like the actual like pencil part that wraps around the, what's this thing called? This part that wraps around the actual like pencil itself. Maybe it's just gonna shitty sharpen first. Just gonna kind of sharpen it up a little bit more. But it's super natural looking. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think you just need to sharpen it correctly. Maybe it's like to preserve the formula until you use it or something. I don't know. So I redid my eyebrows, but I also haven't like done them that many. I think it's like the second or third time I've actually done my makeup since I did them, and I like kind of forgot. Like, oh, like I can't go on autopilot anymore because like my brows are thinner now. So I'm demoing new makeup with a new brow shape, and it's just, you know, a little dumb. I like that. So if you're blonde and you're not super ashy, like I'm not an ashy blonde at all, it's a neutral enough blonde that you don't look green or like almost like that steely gray color that you can sometimes look. Yeah, and it isn't wet or like so soft that you just, like when you brush it, you move the whole thing. So you don't feel like you have to have, brow gel over top of it to hold your brows. Like I think it's waxy enough that it actually does both. And that's why I think maybe, and I could be totally wrong, I just started this, but when you sharpen it, you gotta kind of sharpen it a little bit more because you've gotta kind of like wake it up. I think it's designed like that to kind of protect the formula. So like at first it's kind of wonky, whatever. Okay, so now let's do some lashes. Here we go. That's not so bad. I mean, like my hair's not staying like this. I just did the Peloton and took a shower. So yeah, that's my like, rando luxury beauty haul for this week. Oh my god, my hair. Everything's gone to shit. I found there's a recipe. Disney released the recipe for like a modified, I think like an at-home recipe for the Dole Whips. I think I'll make those here shortly. And I have stuff on the agenda for next week. So the vlog tomorrow, or the vlog next week, will have a lot more food in it. I bought the Momofuku cookbook, and then I bought the Padma Lakshmi Encyclopedia of Spices and Herbs, and they weren't supposed to get here until like first week of May. They're already here. I read them, reread Cravings 1 and 2, and I'm gonna take next week to tackle some recipes that I haven't done yet. So like one of my favorite like dishes period is crab fried rice, like Thai crab fried rice. So Chrissy has a recipe for it. I think it's in the second one. I'm gonna make that, and then I'm gonna make, she's got this like honey garlic shrimp recipe, and she's got a sweet and salty coconut rice. I'm gonna do that one too. A blog I follow posted this like cinnamon roll croissant bread thing, and I was like, okay, so I'll make that. And there's Momofuku in there, so I'm gonna do like ginger scallion noodles, which I'm so excited about. I'm getting really good at making like zhuzhed up ramen, you know, like not with top ramen, but like with ramen-esque noodles. So yeah, I think next week's just gonna be a lot of like in the kitchen with me, which I'm all for. And then I want to tackle this room. I want to organize and clean this room, but that'll be a separate video. That won't be in the vlog. That'll be kind of like what I do with the kitchen and pantry. But yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna do like a bunch of Peloton next week. I do know that, because that has been like, that and cocktails have been like what's saving me this week, which whatever. I think a lot of us are kind of in that boat. But I told Jeremy that I was like, okay, so like next week I'm gonna be doing like at least 2 hours a day, because it's just that I'm at that point in endurance training where right around the 20-minute mark I'm warmed up, you know, and then right around the hour and like 10, hour and 15, my muscles are like, okay, and they kind of let, like, my brain kind of lets my muscles take over, you know what I mean? And you can just get more done and you feel better. And then that feeling after you get off the bike for, I mean, it kind of ranges, but like right around 90 minutes, like if you could do 90 minutes, when you get off the bike, you feel different. And I was telling him that it's like a really cathartic feeling. And I said, I want like a week of this, or as many days in a row as I can. So I'm going to try to do that next week, because I feel like, especially with homeschooling this week, it's just been so grueling that I was so grateful for the time that I could get on the bike this week, you know. And next week, since we won't have them, I'm going to take full advantage of it. So I'm going to try to do like at least 90 minutes, but up to however long I want. And I'm just like, I'm happy with that. So I'm at that point with my fitness where it's just about how much time I can give to it, you know, because I just know how good I feel afterwards. I also am not always trying to kill myself like I usually do. I do zone, and I like power zone training, so I'm aware of how far I can push myself, but like I don't want 45 minutes of death. I want 3 hours. So I can't do 45 minutes, because then I'm just like for the rest of it, or for like half of it, you know what I mean? So you can go hard for an hour, but if you want to do 3, you can't go hard for 3. But I figured, since like we'll be home in May, maybe I could like crack down and get the rest of the back weight off, because I only have 10 more pounds to go. So that's what I told him. I was like, I have 10 more pounds until I'm the weight I was before all my back stuff happened, which is awesome. I'm literally in shorts I couldn't fit into last year, so that's really good news. So yeah, so at least there's that, you know. And I figured, well, if I kind of lay off the Oreos a little bit, and do more endurance training, like, or continue endurance training, I should say, I mean, why not? Why can't I do it? So there we go. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna wrap this vlog up, because I have stuff to do. And I'll see y'all in the next video. I hope y'all are doing okay. Have a great day. Stay safe, stay sane, stay kind to each other, for the love of God. And yeah, all right, bye y'all.